So, I recently watched Guardians 3, and I have to tell you, it's probably one of the best Marvel movies I've seen. Like, it's got a really heartfelt story, probably the most heartfelt story I've seen in a Marvel movie so far, and it's really driven by good character writing and great dialogue. However, there is one problem though, and I think the biggest problem I ran into in this movie is the fact that the stakes just seem too little. Like, it doesn't seem like there's ever any threat to our beloved Guardians. Anytime there's a battle or a fight, or the main bad guy releases this giant monster thing, it's like they can just directly deal with it, right? Like, there's this one moment in the movie where it's really built up that this bad guy he's like releasing these tentacle monsters, and then just like 5 minutes later, we're friends with these monsters. It's fine. And I think that's like a big issue going into like Marvel movies in general, especially the ones with the characters that we saw like in the Avengers Endgame, in Infinity War and all that. And Guardians are, they were a huge part of those movies. Some would say they were responsible for a lot of it. But the fact is that, like, after Thanos, creating a movie where you're trying to do like world-ending stakes or universe-ending stakes isn't really gonna be possible, because we've already seen that, right? We know that these guys, they got half the universe wiped out or whatever, and then they just Deus Ex Machina their way and saved it. So at this point, it's pretty obvious that they're just not going to be able to beat these guys by just having a universe ending threat. We need something that's personal, something that's heartfelt. After especially watching this movie, which, by the way, this is the first like Marvel movie I've seen after a really long time. I think the last truly Marvel flick I saw was the Spider-Man ones, and to be honest, they are mostly Sony. But at the same time, I might be getting in touch with Marvel fatigue as well. There are a lot of things about Marvel is just going like awry at this point. Like, there's these high level events that they're trying to build up, but at the same time, we all know that the highest level event has been beaten, so there's not really much high level events happening. There's insane amounts of power scaling going on. Characters that were super strong might not need to be as strong to tell a good story. The whole Secret Invasion thing happened where they just created a completely OP character, and that completely flopped. So I don't know where they're heading. And to be fair, it might just be the fact that I've grown up. People who watched Marvel like in 2010, 2012, and we were like tweens or teenagers, we've just grown up. We've just we don't really care for popcorn action flicks anymore. To be fair though, I do watch a lot of popcorn action flicks, but it's mostly like I just want to hang out with my friends and I'll watch a popcorn action flick. But I don't think I would be excited to just the new Guardians films available, let's go watch it. That's where I get to the point where I think maybe this is not a problem. If I truly think of it, the movies that I've really liked over the past year or two have been like really character driven drama films. They weren't like high action, this guy's super strong and super powerful and he's gonna beat the bad guy. They were movies like The Whale, Tetris, Emily the Criminal, although that last one is kind of a thriller. But at the same time, it's not the OP, high action, created for popcorn, go to the cinema, scream at these films. They were just like, these are flawed humans trying to get something done or trying to live with the way that their life has become, and we're gonna see how they deal with it. It might straight up just take place in one single apartment like The Whale, and it's still gonna be a great movie. I think we could use with Marvel sort of toning it down a little bit, and movies in general sort of toning it down a little bit. There's a huge issue these days about lower level indie films not being made anymore because they just don't make money, because the cinema or Chinese markets, they just want those popcorn flicks. But I think the fact that people are burning out on it, and the fact that I'm burning out on it, just feels like we might be headed in a good direction for cinema, and especially the character driven nice story cinema that doesn't need to be action driven. But at the same time, there's like a writer strike going on, so you don't know how we're going to recover from that. We might just end up with AI generated awful multiple scripts, so who knows. I'm not really a movie person. I usually make video games, but I just wanted to talk about it. And if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I'm trying to just get a hang of the whole YouTube thing with this channel, so I'm trying to basically make videos about anything and everything that comes to my mind. And well, this was just one of my rambles that I thought of. So if you're all the way here, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.